So, good evening, Kutis, and welcome to another amazing episode of Inspiring Young Minds. Today, we are on session 8, which means we are finishing 2 months today. And I'm sure this Inspiring Young Minds has been very useful for all of you. Every week, it is our endeavor to help you all understand a lot more about the good values or moral values of life. And it is very important for us to know that these moral values are what makes us a better person. Now, there are two people. One person follows moral values and the other person does not follow. The person who follows moral values will always be ahead of people in life. Okay, so let us understand today's topic, which is going to be on acceptance. Okay, so I'm going to start sharing my screen and then we will go ahead with the session. As I told you, today's topic is called acceptance, and we are at Inspiring Young Minds session 8. And we are so proud of each one of you because you have taken a decision to become better citizens of this world. And I'm so happy that this Inspiring Young Minds is touching children, not only in India, but in Sri Lanka, Germany, UK, USA, Qatar, and a lot more. So we have also started our YouTube channel, and I'm sure for all those people who have missed these sessions, you can always attend those sessions after we give you the link for the Inspiring Young Minds. So today's topic is on acceptance, as I told you. And what is acceptance? How do you accept things? So acceptance means that, we accept a life, we accept ourselves, we accept the universe, we accept when somebody gives us a gift, we take it, we receive it, and we are happy about it. And acceptance has to be unconditionally, which means it should not be if somebody gives us a big gift, then we'll accept. Somebody gives us a small gift, we will not accept. It should not be like that. We should accept wholeheartedly also. That could be people, it could be religion, it could be so many things. And that is what we're going to talk today. And when you accept life, when you accept things, then that means you are also accepting responsibilities, which means there are a lot of things as children you should do, and you should work in the house and help mama and papa and be responsible in your work. Maybe if you've taken some notebook to school or a pencil, pen, and all that in your small pencil box, you've taken it to school, it is that you have accepted responsibility to bring it back safely home too. So as always, I have a nice story also to share with you and help you understand the basic quality of acceptance. So you must be thinking and feeling, what is this acceptance all about, right? So when somebody tells you certain things and you feel very sad or bad about it, you first need to acknowledge what you're feeling. Okay, you should understand what you're feeling, accept your thoughts and feelings as natural, and allow them to come to your mind. Once they come to your mind, you should understand that these things might help you either respond to it or react to it. Now when you react, it is not the way you need to do. So say somebody is angry with you and somebody is hitting you in school, you don't know, right? So I'm not saying accept it and say, okay, you hit me. No. So you have to acknowledge and understand why they hit you, and then you should choose to respond, not react. Now how do you respond and not react? Maybe there'll be somebody elder in school, right? So if not mama and papa, then maybe your teachers are there, maybe some other friends whom you can talk to them and say this person is hurting you. So that is the way you should accept your thoughts and feelings as natural and then work towards it. And you should first pause for a minute. What do you mean by pause? It means that you wait for some time and think what you're thinking and see if you're thinking right or wrong, and then you move ahead. And don't act anything with haste. What does haste means? Means fast. Okay. So if somebody hits you, it's not like you go hit them next. No, that's not the way you work. Or somebody hurts you by their words. It is not like you immediately say something. So they always say that a person who thinks and responds is much more smarter and much more mature than a person who would just say things just like that. Okay. So we are all connected and we are all one. All of us are one because there are three types of acceptance. Now let's understand this. One is empress acceptance, next is implied acceptance, and next is conditional acceptance. Now, empress acceptance means just accepting a person. There is no ifs and buts. You can understand how mama loves us or our papa loves us, right? They love us so much, right? Why do they love us? Because we are their children. So there is no condition whether we are good or bad. They love us so much. When we are sick, they love us more. When we are happy or sad, they love us more. Whenever we do good things or bad things, they love us more. So they accept us whatever we do, right? What is implied acceptance? Means you do good things, then only people will accept you. That is implied acceptance. And what is conditional acceptance? It means like, there are conditions. You do this, then only we will talk to you. You do this, then we will be happy with you. So these things are called conditional acceptance. So we should be very careful as to what we are wanting to accept. So, welcome to this world of acceptance and enjoy your journey, children. Now, this is very important because we need to understand what we need to accept. And first acceptance is when you are accepting people, only then you will be happy. I'm sure all of you are saying, yes, I want to be happy. Correct? Nobody wants to be sad, right? So, happiness will come only when you are accepting people. So the first thing whom you should accept is accept yourself. Okay, because there is always this world which is comparing us, right? This person is good, that person is tall, he studies better, she dances better, she sings better. So many things people compare us with. So first thing we need to do is accept ourselves. First thing which will give us a lot of mental peace is self-acceptance. So every day morning, I'm sure all of you will get up and have a bath, dress up and stand in front of the mirror, right? So when you stand in front of the mirror, then what do you thinking? Look how nice I'm looking. Look at this clip I'm wearing. Or look at the earrings I'm wearing. I'm looking good today. This dress makes me look very nice. So every day you're thinking about how good or how nice you are feeling about yourself. That is very important because that is when we are accepting ourselves. Otherwise, some people say, oh, I'm so tall. Some will say, oh, I'm so short. Then they will say, I'm so fat. Some will say, I'm so thin. And some will say, I'm looking dark. Some will say, I'm very fair. Someone will say, oh, that girl has very big eyes. So everybody will only complain. But when you feel very nice about yourself, that is the best thing. So that is called accepting ourselves. So now let us think what is self-acceptance, okay? So when you have some positive feelings about yourself, that is self-acceptance. And then you feel like, loving yourself. We call it self-love. What do you mean by self-love? Self-love means making happy, making yourself happy. That is very important because when somebody says, oh, like so imagine you have taken a ball and by mistake you dropped it. I'm sure when you play with your friends, they'll be, asking you to hold the ball and imagine you just missed it. So then some will say, oh, this girl will always drop the ball. Some things like that, right? And then you will be thinking, yes, I guess even I am, dropping the ball every time. So then the self-doubt comes. Now, when the self-doubt comes, you starting to feel low, or we say self-worth reduces. So when self-worth reduces, you feel very sad. So we don't want you to feel sad. So never doubt yourself. If there is something wrong, then let's correct ourselves. That is okay. But never self-doubt yourself. Okay. And when you feel like that, you should always try to talk to somebody. If you feel that, maybe there is something wrong with you, you should talk. And whom should you talk? I remember we all spoke about our safe circle few weeks back, right? So our safe circle is mama, papa, grandma, grandpa, some aunt or uncle whom we are very comfortable with. So those people are the people whom you can go and tell. See, this person is telling me like this, am I that? So when you tell that, they will be able to tell you correctly if there is a mistake with you, right? Next is, there are things between when somebody says, as I told you, you're thinking a lot of things and you're feeling a lot of things. So there is a lot of thought and feeling. Now, when this thought and feeling, both of them act, and when this makes you feel sad, then you're not able to do your normal work. See, imagine the day when you're very happy. When you're very happy, you do all the things fast. You get up on time, you get ready to school on time, and then you do your homework well. If your teacher said very nice things about you, you feel very happy. You want to be a good child, you want to study better. Same thing, even the reverse is true, right? If somebody is finding faults with you, you will feel like, I don't feel like doing things. I don't feel like doing that, correct? So this is very important because, as I told you before, when you start doubting yourself, everything goes downhill. So when you are not allowing others' thoughts to affect you, and when you are saying things which is very good for you. What do you mean by good for you? Which means you know your self-worth. That is when you have mastered everything about self-acceptance. Now, I told you self-acceptance starts with self-love. So how do I practice self-acceptance? So I embrace what makes myself feel unique. Now, when you look at all of us have two eyes, one nose, one mouth, two hands, two legs, right? But aren't all of us different? Aren't all of us having a specific face type? Are all of us unique, right? So we should embrace what makes us feel unique. So that is something which is very, very important. Next is, there are certain things you can't change, children. Now that is very important. See, and when I tell you the story, you will be able to understand this better. See, I might be dark colored skin. Somebody might be fairer than me. Can I change that? Not possible, right? I might be tall. Somebody else might be short. Can I change that? Not possible. So things which you accept about yourself, the same way you should be able to accept things about others. Now, what you can't change, you should just let go of things. You should not let it bother you much. Next is, you need to identify your strength. Now, maybe somebody is very good in studies. Some other person might be very good in sports. The other person might be very good in dance or any other talent. Not all of us are the same. So we should know what is our strength, because whatever we want to do, we can do so long we know what our strength is. And you need to set goals. Last week, we spoke about discipline. We spoke about routine. We spoke about how you should plan your day. So soon I'll be teaching you how to set goals. Now, what does setting goals mean? It means, now suppose you have a test coming up on Monday. Today is Saturday. So you have to study on Sunday so that you can get good marks on Monday. Now, how do you set goals? So you can understand, you'll be sleeping till morning 6 or 7 in the morning tomorrow, and then you're awake till about 10 in the night. So from 7 in the morning till 10 in the evening, what is the time you're going to get up? When are you going to have your breakfast? When are you going to sit and study? Maybe you need mama's or papa's help to study. So you might have some doubts to ask them. So how are you going to find out that? Or maybe you have studied well for the test and you want mama to listen to you, ask you questions so that you want to prepare well, get very good marks. So you should know what are those goals, which means they are study goals. You can also set goals for exercise. You can say like, I want to exercise every day for half an hour. You can also set goals for playing. You can also set goals for a lot of other things, maybe your drawing class. So you need to set things so that you can become better in all fields of life. And Inspiring Young Minds helps you identify your strength and develop you completely, which means a 360 approach to your life. So that is very important. Next is you need to celebrate your accomplishment. Many a times when we go to school and come back, if we have done our homework well or we did some project well, our teacher gives us a star in our hand or she pats us on our back and she says, you did a very good job, right? Very important. And you should be able to be very happy with those accomplishments. Not necessarily every accomplishment you should get a gift or a prize or something. Sometimes even a hug is a gift. When you say you've done something well, mama comes and hugs you, mama kisses you, all that is also a form of gift. So you should be able to accept all that very happily. So never put a tag on all these things because these are all priceless. Okay. And you should plan ahead. Now you must be thinking, I'm a small child, what do I plan ahead, right? But you know something, there are some children who want to become very big accomplishments and geniuses in a very short period of time. You must have heard about children who are very good in sports. They have got, national awards in sports, in running, in swimming, and all of that. There are some children who are very good athletes. There are some children who are very good in their education. In a very young age, they have become professors of colleges. So how did they manage all that? It is because they planned ahead. They thought something much more what other things they should do, not like what every children does, right? And you should think positive. You should always think good. You should always speak positive. You should always speak very nicely, very sweetly with people. And you should be inside. From your heart, you should speak that way. Don't act, but really speak good. Think good, speak good. And be kind to yourself. See, I know about a child who is very good in studies, very good getting always the first rank. Then what happened? When they wrote one test, they did not get the first rank. So, the other friend or another very close friend of that child, she got the first rank. So this friend was so angry. She came home, she was crying. She didn't want to talk to anybody. She didn't want to eat. So then she spoke to her mama, and then her mama said, it's okay. That child studied better than you. So next test, you study better. That's all. Everybody has a chance to study better. There are 40 students in a class. If you study well, you will get the first mark. And life is always not about only marks, my dear children. It is about being nice. When you did something well, see that your friends come and appreciate you. And if your friends did something well, go up to them and appreciate them and tell them, hey, that's very nice. You got the first rank this time. Congratulations. Only when you do like that, you will be in a better place in your mind and in their hearts, because it's not always about marks. It's about, appreciating one another. So how do you raise your self-esteem? We'll talk more about self-esteem in another session, but just to talk about self-acceptance. Now, when you want to feel very nice about yourself, there is one class or one parameter which is called self-acceptance. So that is very important, and living very consciously. What do we mean by saying living consciously? We mean when you eat, You think what you're eating. So if there is a food plate in front of you, you're going to look at the food, what is there, and then you're going to smell the food. Then you're going to see what all the colors you have. You remember 2 weeks back you did that as an activity. You said what all the fruits and vegetables you eat. Look at the colors what God has given you on your plate. Be thankful to all those people who brought food on your table, and then have your food in peace. Now this is how you consciously start eating. Similarly, be very thankful to God for your parents. Be thankful to God for your elders at home, your grandparents. All of them have been so instrumental in having you. So you should be very thankful for all of that. Next is self-responsibility. I'm sure many children might not be following that, but I want you all to follow that. What is self-responsibility? See, imagine you're playing some games and your friends come over, and then you're playing so much, and then you're feeling very tired, and then all your toys are just like that in the living room. Now, what should you do? Before you go to bed and before your friends go out, all of you can pick those toys up and put it in the toy box. It's very important. That is your self-responsibility. Don't think you will play and leave it on the floor and mama will come and clean it. It's not that. Maybe you're doing some drawing and then you've taken some colors, some crayons, some pencils, and just left it on the table. And then you're tired and then you're going and sleeping. That's not right. You should take all those color pencils, arrange them neatly and keep it safely so that the next time you want, you can start playing or drawing with them. So these are your self-responsibility as a small child. Maybe when you're drinking water, you're filling water from your glass and then drinking and then go and put it in the sink. So these are things which you should do as a child. Next is being self-assertive. Now, what is assertiveness? Assertiveness means speaking what you want. Speaking in the right way is being assertive, not being stubborn. Next is living purposefully. Living purposefully means that when you live, you want to live doing something good. That is how there is a meaning to what you have been brought in this world for. And personal integrity. That is very important, my dear children. Personal integrity means what you speak. Now, suppose you told Mama, let me play for this 1 hour. After that, I'll sit and do my homework. Now, after 1 hour, Mama is coming and telling you, come on, let's study. And then you're saying 5 minutes. And then after 5 minutes, Mama comes, you're saying, Mama, 10 minutes. Then like that, you're falling asleep. You've not done your homework. Is that good? Not really. So when you say, I will play for 1 hour and then I'll go and study. After 1 hour, you should say, Mama, I'm ready. Can we study now? I played well. So you should be very thankful. And that is how you should understand your responsibilities as you set goals for yourself. So when you accept yourself unconditionally, acknowledge the person you are, and practice honesty. Identify the person you are, and if you have made any mistakes, accept it, admit it, and tell it to your mama, papa. That is very important. Especially sometimes, we just drop, something like maybe milk or anything, we might drop it on the floor, and we should admit our mistakes. So you should not hide anything from mama and papa. And understand your own outcomes. And this is very important, because when you start hiding small things, then you will start hiding bigger things, and that is not very nice. And don't let fear get in your way. When you do something wrong, don't think, don't get scared, or don't feel that, oh my God, what will I do? Don't think all that. So that is not the way you have to look at things. And then count on your competencies, which means you should know what exactly you and your strength is. Now we'll be listening to a story where you will understand that. And be very proud of yourself. We are very proud of you, and we want you to be the best children, and we are going to help you be the best children. So as we are proud of you, I want each of you to be proud of yourself. So let's listen to a story now. I'm sure all of you love stories, right? So once upon a time in a school, have a lot of children studying, and 5 of them were very, very good friends. And they used to sit together, play together, and they used to, eat together in school and go back home together. So one day in that school, a new boy comes, and this boy's name is Tom. So Tom comes into the school, and Tom is a newcomer in the school. So everybody is looking at Tom. Tom is a dark boy, and everybody is not talking to him. They are saying, "Oh, he's dark, he's small, he's short," and all that stuff. And these 5 friends, one of them is a leader, and his name is Edward. And Edward says, "Oh, let's not talk to Tom. He does not look like us." And so Tom feels very sad, but Tom is very good in studies. So the first test happens, and Tom gets very good marks. And then Edward and his friends, they're just looking at Tom like, from where did he come? I only get good marks. So all of Edward's friends, they go and talk to Tom and say, "Hey, congrats." However, Edward does not go and tell him anything. Now, on Edward's birthday, all of Edward's friends tell, "Let's invite Tom. He's such a fun to be with. He sings so well. He dances so well. He's so fun-loving. Let's call him." So Edward says, "No, it's my birthday party. I don't want to call Tom. He's not my friend." But then, because Edward's friends insisted, Edward said, "Okay, let me invite Tom." Now, as soon as Tom enters the party, Edward gets very angry because everybody else got big gifts for Edward. And Tom comes and gives a small gift which is handmade by him. Edward is not happy with that, and he is very upset, and he shows it on Tom. However, Tom very cheerfully goes to the other friends and starts singing and dancing and having fun with them. By that time, one of Edward's friend, his name was Rick. So Rick comes to Edward and says, "That's not the way you behave. You are a nice friend of ours, and that is why I want to tell you, we need to accept Tom. Tom is such a nice guy. We have spoken to him, and he's so loving, he's so caring, he's so friendly. Why do you say he's dark? He is just like one of us. Let us accept him." That's when the other friends of Edward also say the same thing. They say, "No, Tom is a very good boy. Let's all accept him as our group member." And then Edward says, "Okay, I'm sorry." And then he goes and hugs Tom, and both of them become friends again. So that is how we need to accept friends, and that is how we need to make everybody a part of our lives. So what does this acceptance do? When we accept people the way they are, it helps us have healthy relationships. It's easier to appreciate the good things. It helps us to have better connectivity and intimacy with people. What do you mean by intimate? It means like being very close to your friends. That is what acceptance does. And it helps us love and take care of each other. So acceptance has a lot of positive feelings in one another. And we need to avoid judgment. You should not judge anybody, because judging is for the weak, but understanding is for the strong. So avoid judgment. Don't say that person is tall, short, from dark, fair. That is not the way you need to think. Next is always acknowledge. That is another very important thing. And start with self. Starts with you. Each of you can make a difference. And how does that make a difference? You have to find the good in people. So keep looking for good in every person, in every situation, and you will always find it. Okay? So whenever there is a new person, make them, include them in your game. When you go to the park, if somebody is asking for the swing, give it to them. You played. And then you can say, "Now you play, and then I'll take turns and come back." So try to start with yourself being a nice person and accepting new people into your life. So when you accept, you need to accept people beyond religion. We don't want to talk about religion because all of us are human beings and we need to accept people. No caste, all of us belong to God and we are all children of God. So we need to accept them. No color, all of us are the same, right? So we need to accept people. We might be from different parts of the world. Maybe we speak different languages, but still we need to accept people. We might be from a different country and all of that, but nevertheless, we need to accept people. You might have your own limitations. Some people don't have eyes and can't see. Some people can't walk. Some people can't hear. But still, we need to include all of them and be the best friend we can to those children. They are called differently abled or specially abled children. And as children, we should accept all of them. All of them are going to be our friends. Next, not on status, not that I am rich or I wear good clothes or I stay in a bigger house. No, all of us should accept each one of us and also the gender. Some are boys, some are girls. So all of us accept each other. And when you accept each other, that is when you're called good and you feel a very nice feeling about yourself and you will become a friendly person, a person who will be approachable by all. So at Inspiring Young Minds, we would help all our children to accept one another and for you to be a part of our WhatsApp group. You can ping on this WhatsApp details. I'll show you my number and you can be a part of our WhatsApp group. You can also be a part of our YouTube channel. It's called Team Red Rockstars, Dr. Vidya Hari Smile Dental Clinic. I will send you the link. And your activity for this week is write down what are your strengths and what are your weakness. Whatever is your strength, let's work on them so that you can become better. And whatever are your weakness, let us try to hone them so that nobody takes advantages of you and helps you become, self-accepting yourself and your friends also accepting you. So what all are the information we need? We need the name of the child, the contact person, the date of birth, the contact number, contact email ID, the place or the country where you belong to, talents, age, and sex. This is very important because we need to understand that, we are a part of a very important information. And on November 13th is going to be the 24th episode of Inspiring Young Minds. And on the 20th, Saturday is going to be the 25th Silver Jubilee celebrations. And because November 14th is Children's Day, we'll have special function for children on November 14th, and an award ceremony would be then the 20th. So we will be putting up a little more information from September onwards so that it gives you 2 months for you to prepare. And we also have a toy drive. So let's reach out to more children. Whatever are your old toys or books which you don't need, you can keep them in a carton box and then lend it out to children who will be very happy playing with all of that. And these are our contact numbers. I'm Dr. Vidya Hari Iyer. My number is 9840176088. And we have Mrs. Savita Madhivannan, who is in Germany, and her number is +491 725 645 964. So with that, we come to the end of today's presentation, and I'm going to look at all the kutis here. Can we have all of you place your videos on so that I can take a lovely picture of all of you? Okay, so that's wonderful to see all of you. And can we show a thumbs up fast once I see all of you on stage? So I want, can I take a nice picture of all of you? Smile, please. Wonderful. That's nice. So you can unmute yourself and tell me how you like today's session. Did you understand? Did you learn what is acceptance?
Ma'am, this session was great.
You liked it, Arohi?
Yes.
Okay, so from today, whoever is in your friends list, you're going to make more friends because we are going to accept a lot more people in our lives, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. How about you, Adra, Mehek? I can see both of you.
I like the session so much, ma'am. The topic was so nice.
Thank you, Mehek. We're going to have many, many more sessions. So whatever sessions you want, what topics you want us to discuss, let us know. So what I would be doing is I'll be preparing, sessions and stories for each one of you so that, we can help you understand life better. Okay. So
Sure, ma'am.
thank you, dear beta. I want all of you to send in your homeworks also, okay? Because that is very important, your activities. Activities will help you understand the topic better, okay? And so can we have Sukruta, Naren, Nivedani, Adra? Adra, can I hear from you? How did you like today's session? You know how to unmute yourself, Adra?
Session of good.
Thank you, Adra. Thank you so much. So, okay, friends. So lovely talking to all of you. And I'm so proud of all of you because, I'm seeing such lovely comments coming out. And take care. Have a great Saturday, Sunday. Enjoy yourself. And we'll meet next Saturday. Okay? Can we say bye?
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, beta. Bye-bye.
Have a great Sunday and Saturday.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Naren and Nivedani. You said very good topic. Thank you so much.
That was a good one, Vidya.
Thank you so
I didn't
much.
know. No, I didn't know it was for like, I thought young mind means like, well, of course, I myself think myself as young, but I didn't know like there will be a lot of like so young kids sitting and listening. It was nice. No,
Thank you
the way you
so
said
much.
acceptance, it's not just for kids, it's for us as well.
True,
Maybe you
true.
should include adults slash young kids slash adults. So it will be good.
Absolutely. I have a lot of grandparents coming also.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. This is for children, but I always encourage even parents to come and attend because I
know.
want them to know what we are talking to the children.
I
And
know. Yeah, no,
it's
today,
very
like, it happened that, like, I woke up a little early, even though it's Sunday. So I thought, okay, I've been missing so many things. I thought I'll just join in today. And it was fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anyway, enjoy your rest of the day, and then
Thank you
I'll
so
see
much.
you some other time. It was
Lovely,
nice.
lovely. Thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
All
So
right.
keep spreading the good word. You can share this link
Sure.
to your friends. You're in
Sure,
Canada,
sure.
right?
Yeah.
So
I'm close to Jayashree's.
yeah, I know. Jayashri has been my childhood friend. So
I know, she told me, yeah.
so
All
take
right. Okay,
care.
nice meeting you too, and take care
Same
and
here.
have a
Pleasure
good
is
evening.
mine.
Okay, thank you then. Bye.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, you too. Bye.
Thank you, dear.